the gameplay in this game. Okay, I say that every time. Anyway, the gameplay is... it's okay. One thing I hate about the gameplay is the weapons. The weapons are underpowered. That is just one of the many bad things. Basically, the gameplay is really boring because there are these tedious vehicle sequences. The shooting sequences are okay, but these vehicle sequences are terrible. Basically, your vehicle just blows up and you usually need to walk the whole way, and the objectives are fairly far apart, and it's just really long and there's nothing fun about it, and it's just not very fun just getting a vehicle blown up and then getting another vehicle and then getting that blown up and getting another vehicle. It's just weird. The vehicles are supposed to have a damage module, but I haven't really noticed the damage module. The only thing I've noticed about the damage module is my car smokes or my bumper falls off. This is not very interesting. And the AI is retarded, should I mention. There's also a really bad glitch that when you shoot someone in a rebel car in the single player, they start, you see them on the ground and the formation that they are in the car, the position, and they're on the ground, they're next to the car while the car is driving, and it's just really weird. Anyway, it's an interesting twist. What happens is you switch sides and one side plays completely differently from the other. This is also used in multiplayer. However, the multiplayer is terrible and doesn't have any online statistics, which is really boring. But yeah, basically the mantle, the troopers you start off with have big guns, big armor, and this drug called nectar, which is basically what the game's based around. And it like helps you make your enemies really yellow so you can kill them easily. And then there's the rebels, who are the more stealthy type. This sounds good, but they're kind of unbalanced. And in multiplayer, mental puns, man. Mental puns. There's a good variety of vehicles. No, there's not. There's a terrible variety of vehicles. All the weapons are kind of lame. And, yeah, that's the gameplay. Now we get to the presentation, which is actually a terrible part of HAZE. Probably the worst part too. You see, HAZE is actually a really bad looking game. For a start, just on a visual standpoint, it looks terrible. The graphics are terrible. It looks like a high-end PS2 game. The flame effects suck. The blood effects look like a PSP game. I've seen better in PSP games. And the art style is terrible. Just look at it. Honestly, just green doesn't go with yellow. Nothing goes with yellow. Grey doesn't go with yellow. Brown doesn't go with yellow. Nothing goes with yellow. And all you see in this game is yellow. And it looks really, really bad. Okay, now we're on to story, which is really good because story is the only good part of HAZE. It's the only reason I kept playing that and to do this review. Story, as I said earlier in the game, revolves around two sides, rebels and mental. You start off as mental, and they're all big, fat dickheads that like to do dickhead stuff, and they're just all crazy. And it's quite obvious from the start that they're evil, because they use this thing called nectar that does mind control. Halfway through the game, your wimpy, annoying, evil character Shane gets like something wrong with his nectar and it stuffs up, and he basically gets freed from it and goes onto the rebels team. Yeah, the story is pretty good. I enjoyed the story, but there are problems with it. The dialogue is really terrible. The script sounds like it's been written by a 12-year-old or something, because it's just, you know, it's terrible. And some of the just characters are really, really strange. Like, not in a strange good way either. Ultimately, HAZE is a very ambitious title, but what it sets out to do isn't exactly achieved, and it's held back by a real lack of polish. I actually realised that this is, well, someone told me, that this was Radical's first game on the PS3, so I guess I can sort of forgive HAZE. But I hope there's a sequel, and I hope it is much, much better than this one.